What's up, YouTube? I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time now. And maybe you guys remember that video that I had done a couple months now. It's been, and I was ready to start on my day one journey, and I was super excited, and I talked about getting back on track, and we had just coming back from a cruise, and I talked about like getting derailed and getting back on your journey, and I was super excited about day one, and I figured that I would share what happened with you guys. And no, this is not going to be some inspirational, you can do it, this is what I did and you can do it too. It's going to be, this is real life, and this is what happened to me, and this is where I've been for the past couple months, because I keep getting messages from people asking where the heck I have been on Instagram. And the truth of the matter is, this is not an easy video to share, and we're not always perfect, and we're human, and I don't have progress pictures to share. I don't know what to share that's inspirational, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So that first video that I shared, that day one video where I shared my calendar and I was super ready for that day one workout, and I did my athletic assessment and I checked how many push-ups I could do and just where I was at. That was day one. And then I kind of half made it to day two, like 2 days later. And then I figured the next week after that, I would start day one again, because I kind of half-assed the first week. So I started day one again. And the week after, I did day one again on the next Monday, and I restarted. And the week after, I did day one again, and again, and again. And I just kept starting over, never really going past day one. And that's not easy for me to share with you guys, especially being like the it girl, the go-to person for health and fitness. It's not easy for me to share that I'm human and I messed up. It's not easy. And we are very much at a point in our lives that was a very easy time to let go. We were moving, there was a lot going on. There wasn't necessarily a set time for me to do my workouts. Everything was up in the air. I didn't have a kitchen to cook in, so everything kind of went. And I didn't have my nutrition in check, I didn't have my fitness in check, and it kind of spiraled out of control. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that, because it's not easy to share that, and it's not easy to be real. And that's honestly where I've been. Like, I don't feel worthy to be sharing an inspirational quote or picture or fitness progress when I wasn't doing anything myself. So I wanted to let you guys know that's where I've been, and that I've been working to get myself back on track and work on a formula that works for me, even through times that I can't necessarily get stuff done and I don't have the perfect situation to get stuff done. So that's what I want to share with you guys. I'm human, it's life, and it happens, and if it happens to you, it's okay, and you will survive, and there will be a day that you can get back on track. And you know, hitting that low point of just feeling like, okay, I need to get control of this, because right now I don't have control of this situation, and I feel it in my soul. I don't have energy, my happiness is lacking, and that really is where it all stems from. Like, if you're ever feeling like a lull in your energy levels or in your happiness levels, and you don't have control of that yourself, you need to know that it can be within your control. You don't need pills, you don't need caffeine, you don't need anything else. It's what you're putting into your body and the stress that you're inflicting onto yourself. And the stress, I think, comes from not being able to release that through workouts and through sweating it out. And I noticed that firsthand. So it kind of spiraled out of control. I gained some weight. I got fluffy a little bit, and I wasn't happy about it. And don't come at me with, I literally, and I'll be super real with this, I hate when people come at me with, your version of fluffy is not my version of fluffy. Yeah, awesome. We all have our own shit. We all have our version of low points and unhappiness, and that's my version of it. And I think that each person has their own level of tolerance that they can take, and whatever yours is, own it, and that's cool. But don't judge somebody else's for their level of, okay, I need to get back on track now. Whether that's 30 pounds, 60 pounds, 100 pounds overweight, or 5 pounds overweight. Each person has their own level of tolerance, and mine, I've hit it and I felt it, and I was not okay with it anymore. And so I'm hopping back on the bandwagon. But I just really wanted to make this video to share with you guys that it is so real. If you are just going through life right now. Maybe you had a baby, maybe you traveled and you indulged a bit too much over the winter or whatever, or maybe you moved like I did and you were completely in transition, or you had something beyond your control that you couldn't deal with. It's okay that you didn't work out every day for the past 6 months. It's okay. So I am going to be starting my journey once and for all, and I'm gonna take it on little by little every single day. But I think the biggest thing that I can do to make sure that I'm doing it is hold myself accountable. That's the biggest thing that I've learned, is not just fall off track. So you guys are gonna be my people, because I think that holding myself accountable on video and not just photos and the mystical, magical world of Instagram, because Instagram I feel is very hashtag filtered and not realistic and beautified and idealistic, and it's not something that I feel like young women or just women in general should be looking at, because that's what we think is normal, because everything is so filtered and so perfect and the right angle. And just so you know, every single selfie that was posted, that girl, including me, took 50 others to get that perfect photo. And that irks me. Like, that is, I don't think that that's something that as women we need to be looking at and think that, okay, yeah, that's normal, I can look like that. That's not what people look like every single day. And that they're not full of makeup and they don't have beautiful eyelashes when they're done their workout. No, they're a sweaty mess. So my promise to you guys is that you're gonna see real Angie from, I don't know, 4 a.m., 6 a.m., whenever I wake up. And you'll know when I wake up to when I go to bed. That's gonna be my life. I'm gonna share with you guys what I'm eating, and if that includes a pizza and a martini one day, then you will see that, because I want you to see how I can go from this level that I'm at right now that I'm just not happy with. I'm gonna share my before pictures, which is not gonna be fun for me, but I'm going to, because I want you guys to see that it happens. It's normal. You can't always be on your A game all the time. Furthermore, you can't always be at your lowest point all the time. You have to be able to bounce back. And that's my hope, is that someone watches this video that needs to bounce back and knows that it's normal and that they can do it too. Cool? So I am gonna promise this to you guys, that I will hold myself accountable. And again, this is not easy to share, because being the girl that everybody thinks is like, oh, you're always in tip-top shape and that before picture doesn't exist and that's not real because I saw you posting and you didn't look like that then. I did. And I fell off the rails, and I'm here to admit it first, and I promise to get back on with you guys. So hopefully this has inspired at least one of you, and I promise to stick with you guys every step of the way. So thank you so much for being so supportive, and a special shout out to the Snapchat family that has just been through it all, because I never left that platform. So if you are not on Snapchat, I share everything on Snapchat. It's totally like the behind the scenes of my life. I probably snap well over 100 times a day, so you see everything. So I promise to give you guys a video every single day as best I can and take you through everything that I'm doing. So thank you so much for your support. I truly, truly appreciate it. Love you guys. Bye, dudes.